Let's see. Spices, mushrooms, herbs. Always learn the names of foods in foreign languages. The shop's boards are reinforced with iron and the shutters are secured with a lock. Brute strength isn't gonna cut it. I should try to free Nasir first. Several crates and barrels on a wooden pallet. They're secured with a net. A net's wound tightly around the crates and barrels. She looks starving. I'd rather keep my skin. I've got a cell phone and I'm wearing my normal clothes. Weird, but dreams are. Maybe the cell phone crept into my subconscious because it reminds me of recent events. Those damn ringtones Max keeps downloading really get inside your head. A bronze statue. I can't reach it. Used to lift wares up to the offices. Used to lift wares up to the offices. You can move the goods hoist with it. I can't turn it. It's covered by a layer of ice. A small balcony. The sword in the statue's hand seems to be loose. A sack. I can't reach it. Pretty. Pointless. The boy with the amphora is over the hills and far away. I have to find out from the merchant who he sold that amphora to. An empty cart. It looks heavy, held in place with a wooden wedge. The wedge is preventing the cart from rolling away. A wooden wedge. Fine where it is, thank you. Appears to be an office loading ramp. A sack. It's full of salt. I'll take some with me. Finely ground salt. I'll climb back down. The salt is thawing the ice. Insert clever scientific description here. You can move the goods hoist with it. Pretty exhausting. I won't do that to myself again. It isn't very sharp, but probably useful. I'll climb back down. The net is off, but unfortunately, the barrels and crates are empty. Several crates and barrels on a wooden pallet. I've removed the net. Unfortunately, all the barrels and crates are empty. The net's tied down with a sturdy rope. I've removed the net. one quick blow.
Sweet John the Baptist!
What was that?
Some barrels rolled up against the window. Can't see how.
Clear the barrels away and shut the window so we don't freeze to death in here.
See, my commandant.
I love it when a plan works out.
Talk! Who did you sell the amphora to? Perhaps if I were to twist off one of your thumbs. Or would the slow perforation of the skin on your face make you more talkative?
Why are you doing this, Sahib? I have done nothing wrong. The amphora is mine.
You're a liar! A common thief! And do you know what we do with thieves?
No, you must believe me. I am innocent. Please let me go.
We're not playing games with you, dog. When we come back, we will loosen that forked tongue of yours. He is nearly broken. Let him stew a while longer. Soon he will sing. You have to pity the poor bastard. It's not his fault someone wanted that amphora badly enough to pay us. Sod it. So long as those cloaked freaks get what they want and pay us our due. Then we kill the Arab. He suffered a fatal crisis of conscience during questioning. Too bad. No witnesses.
He didn't do anything wrong, and he won't last much longer. If he gives up the identity of the amphora's buyer, it'll be out of my reach for good. I have to hurry. If what I heard was right, then he's still due payment for the amphora. I'll free him and follow him to the buyer. Maybe then I can find out what's inside this thing that's so important.
I nailed some cloth over the window. That should keep the cold out tonight. I'll bring in the handyman tomorrow.
Right. I need to report to our employers. Perhaps I can negotiate some more thinking time for our guest. I will question him personally later on. Understood?
Si, signore.
One less to worry about, but I still need to deal with the other two. A chimney. The fire is out, so I guess the guards aren't too cold yet. I may be invisible, but they can still see it if I move things about. Better leave it for now. Those two guards aren't particularly vigilant, but I'm pretty sure they'd notice if I opened the cell door. They can't hear me or see me. I don't really need to find out if they can feel me. Those two guards aren't particularly vigilant, but I'm... An ash pan. They'd notice that. There are several torture devices lying around. I won't use it for torture, I promise. It's a torture mask. It closes like a cage around the victim's head. A long, sturdy poker. The two arms on this thing widen as you unscrew it. Don't think. A big tile is missing in the floor here. There's an indent in the ground here. And Nasir is being kept prisoner behind this cell door. First, I should make sure the guards don't notice. I've pushed the shutters open a little. Let's see if I can squeeze something through the hole. Some herbs. It's a small shop. I read something about these ones. During I've got everything I can. Black henbane! I suppose in about 130 years, a poet called Shakespeare will write a play called Hamlet. And kill off the father of the eponymous hero with henbane. I shouldn't sniff at it too much. Even if it's only dream poison. Dried lavender. Smells lovely even now. Dried chamomile flowers. The guards have covered up the broken window with cloth. The cloth's nailed to the window frame. I've cut a hole in the cloth.
Damn, it just gets colder. I'm going to start the fire.
The cloth has a big tear in it. I've already cut it up. That's all you're gonna get. There's lots of snow on the roof. There it is. Now I can climb onto the roof. I hung the net on the hooks in the wall. I'd better leave it there. That should work. A clothesline. The knot's all iced up. I can't get it off. That should thaw the knot. Lots of snow here. This isn't the right time for a snowball fight. I'll climb back down. A clothesline. The other end is too far up. I'll cut the clothesline off as high up as possible. A long clothesline. I'll tie the clothesline to the poker. I've tied the clothesline to the poker. Why should I throw that at the chimney? Smoke's coming from that chimney. I can't get any higher. The roof is too slippery and I'll fall without anything to hold on to. I'll tie the clothesline to the poker. There, I'm hooked. I can use the clothesline to pull myself up further. Smoke's coming from that chimney. There's nothing useful here. It should land on the fire and burn. I'm curious to see if its narcotic effects are everything certain people say they are. I can't reach it from up here. I'll climb back down. Sleeping the sleep of the thoroughly outfoxed. I can't find the key to the cell. The commander probably took it with him. The clothesline is tied firmly to the chimney. I'll take it with me and untie the clothesline. I'll climb back down. I'll take some of the ash. Black ash. It'll be difficult to open the door without a key, but not impossible. It's hung on huge pivot hinges. The wedge fits exactly into the crevice. I could use the wedge as a kind of fulcrum and lift the door off its hinges. Poor guy. The guards will kill him eventually. If I help him escape, he'll lead me right to the amphora. I hope this isn't intended for bodily functions. At least it's empty and clean. I have to help him escape, and then follow him to the amphora's buyer. Unfortunately, he can't hear me, or I'd tell him to open his eyes. I'll take some snow. There's snow in the bucket. The snow's melted already. Let's see if this will wake him up.
What was that? Why is the door open? By Allah, what is going on here? It seems that the Prophet has granted me mercy. I should take advantage of this opportunity. Fortune favors the brave after all.
He should lead me straight to his paycheck, to the buyer, and to the amphora. I'd better keep up. Damn, he's escaped. He's fast for such a jolly-looking fellow. What now? I could just pick at random, but I can't lose this lead. Oh, if only this was one of those dreams where you could turn back time. Wow. Okay. Looks like I'm back to the moment before I released him. Alright, this time I should think of a way to find his trail again after he escapes. The poor guy. The guards will kill him eventually. If I help him escape, he'll lead me right to the amphora. A fishmonger's. My fine nose would have told me so anyway. It says, no street musicians after nightfall. It's screwed to the wall, 100% burglar proof. A small wooden bench. I don't want to rest. The garbage was thrown onto the bench from up there. I'll take the potato and the cabbage. A rotten potato. Looks kind of appetizing, but I'm not eating anything that's been in the trash. A passageway to an adjacent alleyway. A passageway to an adjacent alleyway. A passageway to an adjacent alleyway. I can't call anyone. I heard they had really crappy reception in the 15th century. I could give the residents a little taste of the future with one of the ringtones.
What are you thinking? Read the damn sign! People are trying to sleep! Get out of here!
Yuck. Lucky that crap didn't land on me. It's only a dream, it's only a dream. Yuck! Enough to attract every cat for a 5-mile radius. I've put some of the leftover fish in the mask. I put some fish bones in the mask. You just can't resist this, can you, little pussycat? And you're mine now. She looks peevish, but maybe she's just hungry. I get that look about me when I'm hungry too. I'll put some of the fish leftovers in Ann Nasir's pocket. I'll be sure to keep some for later, too. Oh, all right then.
What was that? Why is the door open? By Allah, what is going on here? It seems that the Prophet has granted me mercy. I should take advantage of this opportunity. Fortune favors the brave, after all.
He should lead me straight to his paycheck, to the buyer, and to the amphora. I'd better keep up. I have to find his trail again. She looks peevish, but maybe she's just hungry. I get that look about me when I'm hungry too. Little flea bag better not let me down. Good girl, follow the fish. Apparently, Ann Nasir found the fish in his bag and threw the stuff away. At least it proves that he actually came this way, but which of the 3 exits did he take? Same old, same old. This is one repetitive dream. Perhaps I'll bore myself awake, but still, so long as I'm getting closer to this amphora from Alexandria, at least now I know part of Ann Nasir's escape route. Now I need to come up with something to make sure I don't lose sight of Ann Nasir in the second alleyway. What could I do here so I don't lose him?